is Apba Baseball Classics, where yesterday's stars performed through cards and dice, classic games on our tabletops. Hi everybody, this is Apba Brian in Apba Baseball Classics, bringing to you Game 2 of the 1909 World Series. Played Game 1 yesterday. If you've not watched that game, close your ears. The Pittsburgh Pirates are up by one game, winning that game 2-1. We're ready for Game 2. This will feature Wild Bill Donovan against Howie Kamnes. The 1909 World Series is a World Series that featured the two greatest superstars of the early baseball dead ball years, Ty Cobb and Honus Wagner. We'll talk more about them later as we play these games as the series continues. But today I want to bring up a character by the name of Bill Abstein. Abstein was the 1909 Pirates first baseman. Pittsburgh had been looking for a first baseman. In 1908, they tried 4 players there, and not any of them worked out. So they signed Bill Abstein from the minor leagues. He was playing with the Providence Grays, and he was said to be the best first baseman in the Eastern League. He had a fairly average season for the 09 Pirates, but in the World Series, it all fell apart. I'm not sure he was all in. Abstein really liked to play soccer. He played on the St. Leo's of the soccer national. I guess there was a national soccer league. That team was based in St. Louis, and was a very popular player, a very famous player, as a fullback on the St. Leo's soccer team. But he learned early on that he could not make a living playing soccer, so that's why he chose baseball. In the 1909 World Series, Bill Abstein had a tough series. He struck out 9 times, committed 3 base running mistakes, and committed 5 errors in the field. As soon as the series was over, he was waived and picked up by the St. Louis Browns. Now, the 1909 series was known for Cobb and Honus Wagner squaring off against one another, but the 09 series was pretty much the end of Bill Abstein's baseball career. All right, Game 2 is featuring the same starting lineups that we had in Game 1. Jones, Bush, and Cobb, Crawford, Delahanty, Moriarty, Tom Jones, Schmidt, and Wild Bill Donovan on the mound. For the Pirates, Byrne, Leach, Clark, Wagner, Miller, Steen, Wilson, Gibson, and Howie Kamnes. His pitching. Kamnes won 25 games with a 1.62 run average. He's a grade AC pitcher with Y and Z strikeout modifiers. So for the Tigers to get hits, they're going to have to have we'll first check the A column, and if there's a hit there, we'll look at the C column, and there'll need to be a hit in the C column for that to be a base hit. Otherwise, it'll be an out. Very tough pitcher for Pittsburgh today. Here's Dave Jones stepping into the box for Detroit. Jones rolls a 2-5. Both teams are filling column 2. First pitch to Davy Jones is hit on the ground to second baseman Dots Miller, who throws over to Abstein at first base for the first out. Brings up Donnie Bush. He's a Tiger shortstop. 31 for Bush is a 9 against an A, but that A grade is going to cause that to be a rollout to shortstop. So 2 ground balls and 2 outs for the Tigers. Here is Ty Cobb. He and Honus Wagner are kind of tied in the competition here in this World Series. Both were 1 for 4 yesterday. Cobb got a stolen base, and Wagner scored a run. 5-3 is a 17. Now that is a single to right field for Ty Cobb. before we go any further, I'm going to use left-right splits. I explained that in a video using basic Apba, as long as you have the master symbols on the cards. And real quick, both are right-handed pitchers today. So we check the right side of the left-right splits where you read SA at the bottom of the card. Let's go back over here. You see that Ty Cobb against right-handers is to the right of the slash. He's a -1. That will not affect Howie Cabinet's AC pitcher grade. In fact, there's only one Tiger that will. So numbers 3 through 7 will, if it's a negative, will raise Cabinet's pitching grade 1 level. And that's Delahaney. He's a -3. So when he bets, Cabinets will be an A-B pitcher instead of AC. There are a few Pirates batters that will affect. Byrne is a -3, so that raises Donovan from a B to an A. Epstein is a -3 against right-handers, so that'll make Donovan a pitcher pitching him. And Moon Gibson is a -3. So I hope I remember that. And I'm also going to use the master symbols for base stealing. Since we have the master symbols in the back of my book, I pasted the chart for the master steals deal. And with Ty Cobb at first, we got a situation here. Cabinets move to first is 0. Let's see what the catcher is. Moon Gibson is a +2. That's to his favor. So that will make Ty Cobb a let's see, base stealing rating of A23. The A means he steals anytime. But 23 will become A21. The 21, the number part of that steal rating is the success number. And since the catcher takes 2 off base runner steal ratings, A21, which means that if Cobb goes 11 through 43, he'll be safe. Cobb's going to hold on and let Crawford get. There's the pitch to Sam Crawford. 4-5 is going to be a 2 balls and no strikes. Cabinets has a Z control rating, so he's not walked right away on that. Next pitch is a 31, and that is an 8 against an A. That's going to be a ground out to Epstein at first base, who flips to Cabinets at first. 3-1, 1 hit, no errors, no runs. Pirates come to bat in the bottom of the first inning. All right, while Bill Donovan completes his warm-up tosses, he is a grade B pitcher with Y and W modifiers. The W is his control. He walks more than average batters, and Y, he strikes out more than average pitchers. Here's a pitch to Bobby Byrne. Pirates leadoff hitter, 6'4", is a 39. That's W. So Byrne starts this game right away with a base on balls. He's fast. Let's see. Steal rating is D27. The D will keep him from stealing. Some people don't use the letters, but I actually do think Major League managers usually put forth rules for their base stealers. D means that it's got to be with 1 or 2 outs in the inning. After the 6th inning, he can steal with any outs, and either 1 run behind, ahead, or tied. So he would have to wait till there's an out before he steals. But let's see, his success number is pretty good. 27. Donovan's move to first is +1, so that makes it 26. And then the catcher, Schmidt, is not very good. His story already adds 3. So that makes him 29. 11 through 55, he would be safe. So we'll see what Leach does. He could hit and run. And in fact, no, he's gonna not hit and run. 92 doesn't change the pitcher rating, grade B. 65 pops up, popped him up, and that is going to be taken by, does not pop him up, that's a W. And once again, Donovan's got that W rating, 35, foul out to the catcher, or W based on balls. So he gets a walk. And Wild Bill, living up to his nickname, can't find the strike zone. There's Fred Clark, first and second, nobody out. All right, Fred Clark is from the Bridges of Madison County, Iowa. 33 roll, that's a 7. And that's going to be trouble against a B pitcher. He's 0 against right-handers, so he doesn't affect the pitching rating. That's a single left field. 1 run scores, and the other one goes to third. Pirates are on the board already on the RBI single by Fred Clark, 1-0 Pittsburgh. Could be more trouble here. Here's Hannes Widener, first and third. Tigers will play the infield back, hope to stop a big inning, and hope that Donovan can find the strike zone. 6-3 roll, 31 is a shallow fly ball to center field. Sam Crawford has it, striking it, makes the catch. Runner can't tag and score. It's not deep enough. 1 out. Here is Dots Miller, -2 against right-handers. Won't change the pitching grade. 5-4 is a fly ball to right field. And that's also not deep enough. Maybe the ball's too dead. 2 outs. Here's Big Bill Abstein from St. Louis, Missouri. 5-6 is a swing and a miss. Strike 3. That's Abstein's strikeout, first strikeout in this series. He was 0 for 4 yesterday. So Abstein does not come through in the clutch. One hit, 1 run. Top of the second, 1-0 Pittsburgh. In the 1900s, most people were not as tall as they are today. They were about 5'7", 5'8". So Howie Chemnitz at 5'8", 168 was about of average size. He'll be pitching to Delahaney, Moriarty, and Tom Jones with a 1-run lead here in the top of the second inning. Delahaney is a 93, so Chemnitz will be an AB pitcher pitching to Delahaney. 1-6 is a fly ball to right field, and that is caught by Owen Wilson for the first out. George Moriarty, -3, so Chemnitz's grade is raised by 1, AB. 5-4 is a ground ball to second base for the second out. Let's see, second baseman is Dots Miller making the play. 2 outs, Tom Jones. Four roll is an A against AC. That's going to be a pop out to third base. 3 up and 3 down for the Tigers. Bottom of the second. 1-0 Pirates. On the other hand, was a little bigger than the average human being. In 1909, he was 5'11", so he'd be about 3 to 4 inches taller than most people. 190 was his weight. He's pitching to Owen Wilson, 5'3". Base hit for Owen Wilson. Line drive driven to right field. Cobb retrieves it, gets it back into the infield, but the Pirates leadoff hitter is on. He is fast. So his steal rating, we'll take a look at that, is C25. And again, we're adding 2 based on the modifiers over here. So C27, his chance to steal second is 11 through 53. There he goes. This is dead ball baseball. Wilson's trying. 45 safe at second with a stolen base. They may run on Bosch Schmidt. He is not +3. He's not very good at throwing out base stealers. Gibson could bunt the runner to third. Pitcher's next. All he's got to do is hit a fly ball. 265 hitter. I think the play will be a sacrifice bunt attempt. Gibson squares. 6-5. Double play. In the runner on first page, there's a runner on second. So we got another W base on balls. Right now the pitcher comes up, Howie Kamnitz. He could bunt. Let's see. That would give second and third with 1 out. He sacrifice. Here's the pitch from Donovan to Kamnitz. 1-4 is a 30. But picked up by Donovan. His only play is to first base, sacrifice. 1-4. Wilson goes to third, and Gibson goes to second. Second and third with 1 down. Let's see if any of these runners are slow. Gibson's not slow. Wilson's fast. Top of the order, and Tommy Byrne. Tigers will play the infield in. See if they can stop the bleeding. 6-4 is a 39. And that is a pop fly out. Hit down the third base line. The shortstop for the Tigers, Bush, collides with the left fielder, Davy Jones. There's going to be some injuries here. The ball was caught by the shortstop. However, let's see, base runners advance 1 base, and the Pirates score another run. 2-0 Pittsburgh. Now let's see who was injured. Pop out shortstop, left fielder collide are injured. Shortstop unable to play the next 3 games. Left fielder is out for 2 games. All right, Jones and Bush are helped off the field. And new Tigers in the lineup are Benny McIntyre goes to the left field. And Charles O'Leary goes to shortstop. O'Leary's shortstop defensive rating is 1 lower. And that will lower the Tigers to a column 3 fielding rating, which is the worst. 2 outs. Infield playing normal depth. Pitch to Bobby Byrne is a 3-2. And that is hit to second base. Fielded by Jim DeLahaney. He throws out Byrne for the final out. But on the hit, a run scores. Let's see, Byrne would get that RBI. It's Detroit 0 and the Pirates 2 at the top of the 3rd inning. All right, Detroit's hard-nosed catcher, Bosch Schmidt, will lead off the top of the 3rd inning. Now the Tigers are down by 2. Nobody in this inning will affect the pitcher's rating. Here's the pitch to Bosch Schmidt is a 51. That's a 9 against an AC pitcher. Round out to shortstop. 1 gone. The pitcher, Wild Bill Donovan, who rolls a 5-5. He hits it on the ground to third base, fielded by Bobby Byrne. Long throw across, and Donovan's retired. 2 outs. You have plenty of time. Donovan's a slow runner. Here's Matty McIntyre. the new left fielder. 32 is a, let's see, that's a ground out to second base. Yeah, no strikeout modifier there. So the Tigers are retired 1, 2, 3. No hits, runs, or errors. We'll go to the bottom of the third. Pittsburgh 2 and Detroit nothing. All right, for the bottom of the third inning, you might not be real familiar with this guy. His name is Fred Clark. I think he's a Hall of Famer. Hit 287 in 1909 for the Pirates. Clark, Wagner, and Dos Miller did that against Wild Bill Donovan at the bottom of the third inning. Here's the pitch to Fred Clark. 43 is a roller back to the pitcher Donovan. He fields it and throws to first. 1 out. Here's Hannes Wagner. 6-2 is a base on balls, and that is the fourth walk surrendered by Wild Bill Donovan. And I think Wagner's not going to mess around. He's going to try to steal second. Let's see, C27. Let's see if that, first of all, let's see if that number allows him to, yeah, you can steal. And we add 2 to the C27, so 29. His chance to be safe is 11 to 55. Here's the throw. 63. Bosch Schmidt gets him. He throws out Hans Wagner. Applying the tag is the second baseman, Jim Delahaney. 2 gone. Ty Cobb, smiling big in right field. Cobb's 1 for 1 on this day. He's now 2 for 5. Wagner's 0 for 5. Now has a fast stealing. Pitch to Dots Miller. 1-3 is a 36. And that's another walk. Here's Bill Epstein. We're on first. Epstein looking for his first hit. 31 is a 9 against a B pitcher. That is a infield single for Bill Epstein. First and second. There are 2 gone. Chief Wilson. Wagner is sorry that he tried to steal and he got thrown out. 6-4 is a swing and a miss. Strike 3 while Bill Donovan pitches his way out of it. No runs, no hits, 2 left. It's top of the 4th inning. Pirates 2 and the Tigers nothing. All right, Charlie O'Leary came into the game after the injury to Bush and Jones. Leads off the top of the 4th for Detroit. They're down by 2. 5-5 roll is an 8. And against the AC pitcher, that's going to be a pop out to third base. 1 gone. Here's Cobb. He's got the only Tigers hit today. 377 in 1909. 3-5 roll is a pop out to third base. Bobby Byrne catches those 2 pop-ups. 2 outs. Sam Crawford. And it's going to be a 1-2-3 inning. That roller back to Kamnitz, who throws to first. Bottom of the 4th, 2-0 Pittsburgh. Moon Gibson leading off for the Pirates. Walker's first time up he didn't score, got stranded at second. 55 is a 8 against a B. That's going to be a fly out to Sam Crawford in center field. 1 gone. There's Howie Kamnitz, the pitcher. 46 is a ground ball to Moriarty at third, throws to first. 2 away. Bobby Byrne. That's a walk. I was just going to mention he might get through this inning without walking anybody, but he didn't. Let's see, a 6th walk. There are 2 outs. Burns a fast runner at first. Bosch Schmidt behind home plate says, just try it. I threw out Hans Wegner. Burn is D27. I think with 2 outs he can go. Well, they're 2 runs ahead. I'm going to ignore that. He's going. So his chance to be safe is 29. I think that's 11 through 55. Yep, 11 through 55. There goes Bobby Burns. 24, he is safe with a stolen base. So now he's in scoring position with 2 outs. Pitch to Tommy Leach. 1-1 roll. That's a hit column roll for Tommy Leach. Could be extra bases. 65 is an 8. It's not. But we go to column D to read that result. Single over second base. Runner scores. And now the Pirates lead 3-0. Stolen base proves to be huge here. RBI single for Leach. Here's Fred Clark. 6'4" is a 40. And that is a batter safe at first. Fielder's choice. Runner out at second is injured and unable to play the next 2 games. So bad news for Tommy Leach. It's been a brutal game. 3 injuries. Leach is out for 2 games. So we need a new center fielder to go to the top of the 5th inning with Pirates leading 3-0. Ham Hyatt. Ham Hyatt will take Leach's place in the lineup. They lose 1, but they will maintain their fielding column 2. So that 37 points, 36 or higher, is fielding column 2. So Leach is out for 2 games. Tiger second baseman Jim Delahaney leads off the top of the 5th inning. He gets a 2-5 roll, which is a 10, and I think that's going to be a base hit to center field. Only the second hit off Howie Kamenetz. Delahaney's at first. Tigers are down by 3. He's not going to be in a hurry to go base stealing. George Moriarty, 273 hitter, 1909, steps into the box. He's a -3, so Kamenetz is an A-B hitter. Oh, yeah, I got to go back and check that last hit. Yeah, 10 is a hit on both spots. So Moriarty rolls a 4-2. That's a 9. Okay, this is where the AB comes in. Although it's a hit on both columns. An infield single. So a base hit for Moriarty. Tigers are putting something together here in the top of the 5th inning. At least got the tying run coming to the plate. Tom Jones. First and second, nobody out. Tigers are not going to employ any strategy here. They need to try to string together an inning where they score multiple runs if they can. Here's the pitch to Tom Jones. That's a fly ball hit to left field. Fred Clark makes the catch. 1 gone. Here's Bosch Schmidt, the catcher. He's the 8th place hitter. No point in walking him along the base. He's only 209 hitter. Kamenetz with the stretch on the pitch. 31, that's a 9. That is going to be a ground ball back to Howie Kamenetz, the pitcher. He throws the first while the runners move up a base. The second and third with 2 outs. All right, Wild Bill Donovan. He's got a few sevens on his cards. He's got a chance to get a hit. So he'll stay in the game. 6-6 roll, and that is a 7. A single over second base. Now he's a, let's see, he's a -2, so that doesn't change the AC rating. And it is a single in both columns. So both runners score, and the Tigers are on the board, and Wild Bill Donovan helps his own cause with a 2 RBI single. Pitcher gets involved in the action. Except for those 6 walks he's given up. Top of the order to McIntyre. Well, almost, makes up for those 6 walks. The Pirates have 3 runs. There's a pitch to Matty McIntyre. Now that's a 2-2 roll. That is a 7, but an out. Out on the A column. Ground out to third. Nice play. Turned in by Bobby Byrne. We thought there might be more runs. 2 runs on 3 hits, 1 left. Bottom of the 5th inning. Pittsburgh 3 and Detroit 2. All right, the Tigers actually got 2 runs off this AC pitcher in the actual World Series. Howie Cavness did not pitch well in that series. He was a losing pitcher in Game 2, which the Tigers took by a 7-2 score. The pitching star for Pittsburgh in the 09 World Series was Babe Adams, who pitched in our game yesterday and was the winning pitcher. Babe Adams won 3 games in the 1909. He was a rookie that year. All right, Hannes Widener leads off for Pittsburgh. The last of the 5th inning. We've got a 1-run game going here. 6-2 is, you guessed it, based on balls. 7th walk given up by Wild Bill Donovan. Here's Dots Miller. After all these walks, that's going to do it for Wild Bill Donovan. Donovan goes to the showers. New pitcher for Detroit is going to be Ralph Works. Judge Works is his nickname. He's a grade B wide pitcher, but he does not have that W modifier. Dots Miller is the batter. Let's see, Works is a right-handed thrower. So -2 does not affect his grade. He'll still be a B pitching grade. All right, here's the pitch to Dots Miller. 1-5 is a 10. And with a runner on first, that's going to be a single right center. The runner goes to third. And Miller's got some speed. He might try to steal. First and third Pirates. Dots Miller is a E29 stealing. Let's see what the E says. It has to be 2 out in the inning after the 6 inning outs. There's not 2 outs. That brings up Bill Epstein, who's a -3 against right-handers, so Ralph Works becomes an A. And Detroit's going to play the infield in, try to stop this run at the plate. Here's the pitch to Bill Epstein. 1-5 is an 11 for Epstein. And that's going to be against an A, a single to left field. Runner scores. Fast runner will go to third. Miller's fat. He's not fast. He holds at second. So there's an RBI signal by Bill Epstein. He's 2 for 3. And the Pirates go up 4-2. First and second Pittsburgh. That run is charged to Wild Bill Donovan. So that is going to be, well, 4 of those runs are earned. Epstein at first is average speed. Miller's at second average speed. Brings up Owen Wilson. Nobody out. Here's the pitch to Wilson, who is -0, so he doesn't change. Works goes back to a B. 3-4 is a roll. That's going to be a fly ball to center field, caught by Sam Crawford. Runners will hold. That's the first out. Here's Moon Gibson. Works goes to a pitcher. He's got -3 against righties. Gibson's a 1-2 roll, 25. That might be a double play. It is. Ground ball to short. Bush goes to Delahaney, or not, O'Leary goes to Delahaney, and then over to first. That's a double play, and I got to remember we're looking at fielding column 3. Still is a double play on fielding column 3. So 6-4-3 ends the inning. Pirates get 2 hits. They get a run. And we go to 6-4 4-2 Pittsburgh. Charlie O'Leary leads off for Detroit in the top of the 6th inning, now down by 2. 54 is a fly ball to right field. Owen Wilson puts it away, 1 down. There's Ty Cobb. He's 1 for 2 today. 6-4 is an 8 against the AC pitcher. That's going to be a pop out to third. Or I could use C. No, I couldn't use C. That's a single left center. There's an out in either of those columns, so Cobb's out. Pops out to third. Wahoo Sam Crawford. And Crawford looks like a fly ball to left fielder Fred Clark. 3 up and 3 down for the Tigers in the top of the 6th. On the 6th, it's 4-2 Pittsburgh. Cabinets leads off for the Pirates. He's got a 2-run lead in this game. 31 is a 14. That's going to be a base on balls. Works walks his first batter. Pirates, I think, have had 9 walks in this game. They've been very patient. Bobby Byrne. .226 hitter. He's going to square around and try to sacrifice the runner to second base. For 6 is a 12. That's bunted to too hard to third base and picked up by Moriarty, who throws a second to get the out at second. So an unsuccessful sacrifice, fielder's choice. And Bobby Byrne is the runner at first base now with 1 out. Here's Ham Hyatt, 299 hitter. -0, so he doesn't change the pitcher's rating. 52 is a 27. Fielding column 3. Has an X strikeout modifier, works as a Y, so that's a ground out to third with the runner going to second base. 2 gone. Here's Fred Clark. .41 is a ground out to short. That ends the inning. No hits, no runs in that inning. We go to the top of the 7th. 4-2 Pittsburgh. All right, top of the 7th inning, Jim Delahaney will lead off for the Tigers. He was picked up in the middle of the season to play second base. They needed a stronger hitter in the lineup. He had only .232 though, but he had a great World Series. I think he hit 343 in the 1909 World Series. He was one of 5 Delahaney brothers who played Major League Baseball. Most famous was Ed, who is in the Hall of Fame. But when Jim was 2 years into the league, brother Ed drowned. So a family tragedy that happened in 1903. Here's the pitch to Jim Delahaney. 1-6 is a 28. -3, but the 20 makes him Kevin's an AB pitcher, but 28 is going to be a ground out to the shortstop. 1 out. Here's George Moriarty. I used to have a actual baseball card of Moriarty, a T206. I'm not sure I know where that is now. I may have lost it. 5-6 is a 34, and that has a Y. Moriarty is a strikeout victim. You turn back to the dugout on a called third strike. Tom Jones. 5-6 is also the same thing, another called third strike. So Howie Chemnitz is muscling up. He's retired his last 8 Tigers. Well, last 7 Tigers. 7th inning stretch time, 4-2 Pittsburgh. Winner leads off against Ralph Works. He is a rated starting pitcher, so we're not worried about his fatigue point. Pitch to Wagner is a 6-4, and that is a 9 against a B. That's going to be a base hit for Hannes Wagner's first hit today. He's 1 for 2 and 2 for 6 in the series. Wagner was thrown out the last time he tried to steal against Bosch Schmidt. We've got a 2-run lead. Barney Miller, Dots Miller rolls a 1-4, and it's a fly out to the left fielder, Matty McIntyre. Here's Bill Abstein. We talked about his woes in the actual series, but he is 2 for 3 today with an RBI. 2-2 roll for Bill Abstein. -3 makes Works a pitcher. So 7 with runner on first base. That's going to be a ground out to third. The runner going to second. So A takes away the hit. 2 outs. Here's Chief Wilson. And 36 is a base on balls. Ralph Works walks his second batter. 2 on, 2 out for Moon Gibson. -3 against right-handers, so Works goes to column A, or grade A. 3-1 is a 9, and that A is going to take away the out. Ground out to the pitcher, or take away the hit, ground out to the pitcher 1-3. If he was not a -3 against right-handers, that would have been a base hit. 1 run, or no runs on 1 hit. Top of the 8th, 4-2. The Tigers have only 6 outs to play with. They're trailing by 2 runs, and Bosch Schmidt leads off the 8th inning against Howie Chemnitz. 4-6 is a swing and a miss, strike 3. While Schmidt grabs some pine, 1 out. Pitch hitter for the pitcher Works. It's going to be Oscar Stanage. They've got no lefties on the bench. And he is a -3 against righties, so Chemnitz is an AB pitcher. 2-4 is another swing and a miss, strike 3. And Howie Chemnitz has struck out the last 4 Tigers. Top of the order, and Matty McIntyre. That is a ground out to the shortstop, 3 up and 3 down, and Howie Chemnitz has passed his fatigue points, but he's not had any bad things happen to him, so he's as fresh as a daisy. Let's take it to the bottom of the 8th inning, 4-2 Pittsburgh. Tigers pitch hit for the pitcher last day, so we have a new pitcher. Twilight Ed Killian, grade A pitcher, no modifiers, at a 1.71 earned run average. And he'll be pitching to his opposing pitcher, Howie Chemnitz, who walked his last time up. 1-5 for Chemnitz is a 9. It gets an A. That's going to be a ground out to the shortstop. Play made by Charlie O'Leary. 1 gone. Top of the order to Bobby Byrne. And that's a ground ball to the shortstop. 2 rollers to shortstop, and there's 2 outs. Here is Ham Hyatt. And Hyatt rolls a 4-4. That's a hit. Base hit to right field for Ham Hyatt. Start to steal. Now he gets a letter A. He can steal at any time, but his success number is only an 11, so that's pretty cool. Troy Clark's the batter. 6-5 is fouled out to the catcher, and that ends the 8th inning. That ends the 8th inning. 1 hit, no runs. We go to the top of the 9th. 42 Pittsburgh. All right, Howie Camden's got his second win sometime after the fifth inning. He has not allowed a base runner since then, retiring 10 Tigers in a row. Camden will face O'Leary and then Cobb and Crawford. So he does have a challenge here in the ninth inning. Here's a pitch to Charlie O'Leary. 1-1 roll. That's a hit column roll for O'Leary. And 54-8 of column 4 is just a single. That's kind of disappointing off that second column. O'Leary is 1 for 3, but he's on. That gets the tie and run to the plate. Here's Ty Cobb. Cobb decried power hitters in his day. He one time talking about Joe Jackson's swing. He talked about how Jackson swung to drive the ball. He said if he swung that way, he believed his batting average would be about 100 points lower. So he was kind of a punch hitter. Stood up there from the left side of the plate with his hands apart. I think he brought them together as he swung. I don't think he swung with his hands 6 inches split apart. But he was not he wasn't trying to drive the ball. Usually he could if he wanted to. And here's a case where I think he wants to. Camden's off the stretch. There's the pitch to Ty Cobb. 2-6. Thought that red dice might have hit a 6, which would have been cool. 14 is going to be 2 balls and no strikes. Camden's dealing carefully. He's got the Z modifier. There's a pitch to Cobb, another 6, but this time it's 6-2. That's a 9 against an AC pitcher. That's going to be a out on the C column, 5-3. It's a hit on the A column, but it's a ground out to third on the C column. So that's a ground out to third with Bush going to second base. He's in scoring position for Sam Crawford. Crawford hit 6 home runs in 1909. 314 average. 10 minutes on the stretch. Here's the delivery to Hall of Famer Sam Crawford. 4-4 roll. That's a 7. Now Crawford is a 0, so Camden's AC. That's a single to right, and the runner scores. Base hit for Sam Crawford. He gets the Tigers to within a run, 4-3, and now Camden drops a level because he's had 3 bad things happen. 2 singles and a run. Run counts as a bad thing. And so now he is just a straight-up A pitcher. Camden is going to try to finish this game. Here's Jim Delahaney. 3-3 roll for Delahaney. And that is going to be taken away by an A pitcher. At 7 is a ground out to third. Runner going to second. Last chance for the Tigers is George Moriarty, 273 hitter. Camden is kind of wobbling here in the 9th inning. Here's the pitch. 6-3 is a fly ball. Lifted to center field. Sam Crawford has got it, and that's the ball game. Tigers threatened in the 9th and score a run on 2 hits, but it wasn't enough. Final score, Pittsburgh 4 and Detroit 3. That's the end of Game 2 of the 1909 World Series, and the Pirates take a 2-game lead. All right, the line score of this game is the Detroit Tigers scored 3 runs on 5 hits. They committed no errors. Pittsburgh 4 runs on 8 hits, and they had no errors. Howie Camden is the winner. He went the distance, gave up 3 earned runs, and Wild Bill Donovan, who was wild, walked 8 batters before he was lifted. Gave up 4 runs in 4 innings. He takes the loss. Let's make the MVP of this game. Looks like it would be Howie Camden for pitching a complete game victory. As far as the superstars go, battle between Hannes Wagner and Ty Cobb. Wagner is 2 for 6, hitting .333 with a run scored. And Ty Cobb is 2 for 8, hitting .250 with 1 stolen base. Hannes Wagner got caught stealing in this game. Hope you enjoyed this game. We'll be back with Game 3 next. Thanks for watching. Have a good day and may God bless.